10 Untold Secrets of the Harry Potter movies. It's no surprise that making a movie takes a lot of money, work, people, and brain power, and this is definitely no exception when it comes to the Harry Potter movies. There are possibly some things that you didn't notice that went on in some of the movies. Let's call them secrets because they're not supposed to be there, but they are. Today, we're going to be going over 10 untold secrets of the Harry Potter movies. But before we do, please leave a like and consider subscribing, because if you do, you could get a shout out. But let's get right into it. Number 1. Okay, so first of all, we have the fact that during Harry's first Quidditch match, you can actually see wires attached to his arms and the broom. Obviously, we're not supposed to see these wires, and they should have been edited out of the movie, but unfortunately, they weren't, which kind of takes away from the magic feel. But what can you expect? The Philosopher's Stone was the first movie, so there was bound to be a lot of mistakes, and this is just one of them.
What's going on with Harry's broomstick?
Number 2. Did you ever realize that Hermione's hairstyle changed a lot during the Philosopher's Stone? One moment she had straight hair, the next she had crimps in her hair. This is obviously down to the hairstylist, but how did nobody notice this? Her hair literally changed in the middle of a scene. You can see this when Hermione and the rest of the students are learning how to fly a broomstick for the very first time. Number 3. Emma Watson was very young when she played as Hermione in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, which also happened to be her very first movie. She actually did exceptionally well. Apparently, she didn't only learn her own lines, but also for the actors that were sharing her scene. There's no reason for her to have done this, she just did. When you can see Harry speaking, pay close attention to Watson, and you'll notice that she is silently saying Radcliffe's lines to herself.
That's totally barbaric.
Number 4. Quidditch is a very important aspect of the wizarding world. There's no doubt about that. So obviously, it would take a while to film these parts because of how intense and dramatic they are. There was a lot of CGI required to make broomsticks fly and make it look as if the actors were on them, but I'm sure that's no surprise to you. Because of this, people that built the props had to make little seats on the broomsticks to make them more comfortable for the young actors. However, during a Quidditch match, Harry flies past the Ravenclaw Tower and his robe whips up with the wind, and it exposes the seat that Daniel Radcliffe was sitting on. For some reason, I don't think that was supposed to happen.
Blimey! Harry's got himself a rogue bludger! That's been tampered with, that has! Oh, stop it.
No! Even with a proper one, it's too risky.
Number 5. In Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets, Harry defeats the basilisk with a huge magical sword, which is presumably very sharp, and you would be correct in thinking that because it was. It's an extremely sharp and dangerous weapon. So sharp that the weapon handler on set capped it with a safety tip. But during filming, they forgot to remove said safety tip, so when Harry is fighting the basilisk, it's actually noticeable. I guess safety comes first though, and I personally never noticed this. Number 6. Another moment from Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets is up next, and it's when Harry and Professor Dumbledore are inside of Dumbledore's office having a conversation about everything that's been going on. During the scene, there are a lot of close-ups of Dumbledore and Harry, showing that they're both wearing glasses, but it's pretty obvious that neither of their spectacles have lenses. I'm not really sure why, but they don't.
Why then did the Sorting Hat place you in Gryffindor?
Because I asked it to.
Exactly, Harry, exactly.
Number 7. There's a lot of lovable characters from Harry Potter, but Hagrid has to be one of the fan favorites. He's just so kind and caring and takes care of everything and everyone. During Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, Hagrid is teaching students how to approach Buckbeak, who's a beautiful hippogriff. Draco Malfoy thinks he knows everything, as always, and so he rushes in to go and pet Buckbeak, and as a result, he ends up getting hurt. However, did you realize that the damage from Buckbeak's attack on his sleeve was actually there before he was attacked? Weird, right?
I'm down. It's just a scratch.
Hagrid! Oh, he has to be taken to the hospital.
Number 8. Harry goes through a lot during the Goblet of Fire. Not only does he have to participate and almost die in the Triwizard Tournament, but he also survived an encounter with Voldemort. He's left mentally and physically scarred because of it. He has a small scratch on his left cheek, but did you ever realize that this cut actually transformed somehow into an array of multiple cuts later on? Kind of weird, to be honest.
The Ministry of Magic does not wish me to tell you this. But not to do so, I think, would be an insult to his memory.
Number 9. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix opens with Harry and his adoptive family, the Dursleys. We see that Dudley has evolved from a spoiled brat into a bully when he and his little gang threatened Harry at the playground. Within this moment, Dudley is wearing a pair of black and white print shorts, but did you notice that when the Dementors descend and turn the world into a dark and scary place, Dudley apparently had time to change into a different pair of shorts?
What are you doing?
I'm not doing anything!
Number 10. We all know that, spoilers, Professor Snape kills Dumbledore, which is very sad and everything, but there is something weird about this scene in particular. Of course, the tower isn't exactly safe, and so safety railing was installed. However, when audiences see Snape killing Dumbledore from Harry's point of view, the railing is no longer there, which allows Dumbledore to take a much quicker tumble, but it's weird. Where did the railing go? But there we have it. 10 untold secrets of the Harry Potter movies. If you did enjoy, please leave a like and consider subscribing, but we will see you in the next one.